Hi guys, in this video I will solve another Pyspark problem. So the problem statement is find how many movies are present in dataset in the particular dataset with 1 star rating, with 2 star rating, with 3 star rating, and with 4 star rating and with 5 star rating. So this is my dataset. So I have to find how many movies are there with 1 star rating, with 2 star rating, with 3 star rating, and with 5 star rating. So this is my data set. This is the user ID. First column is user ID. Second column is movie ID. Third column is rating, and this fourth column is timestamp. Okay. So this is the user ID, movie ID, rating ID. Third column is rating. Third column is rating. Rating means 5 star, 3 star, 4 star. In a if you see some IMDb movie rating system. There is a rating system is there. You watch some movie and you give some rating. So we have a one file and there is some user ID is there. As this user gave 5 star rating to this movie. Okay, in this time. At this time, this user giving 5 star gave 5 star rating to this movie. Okay, this is a movie ID. So I have to find how many movies are there, count of the movies with 5 star. Like if there is a 200 movie with 5 star, so we have to give a output like this 5 comma 200. Okay, like 5 star we have a 200 movies with 5 star. 3 comma 100 means we have a 3 star movie. We have a 3 star. We have a 100 movie with 3 star rating. That's how you have to give output. So erase this thing. Okay, erase this line. I just data will look like this. Original data will look like this. Okay, this is my data. This is my user ID. This is my movie ID. This is my rating of movie. This is a timestamp. Now write one Pyspark code to handle to solve this problem. How we can do that? It is very easy. Let's start. Okay, so here's this thing. Now first what do we have to do? We have to import Spark context from Pyspark. Import Spark context class. Then I will also import stdin from system module. Importing stdin then we will create one Spark context and I am writing local star as you are executing locally and giving some app job name movie rating movie rating thing. Now this thing is done. So we are created one Spark. We are created Spark context. Now we have to load the data rdd1. We have to load the data in my Spark context. See text file. Then I have to give the path name. Okay. Or dataset path name will be movie.txt. Copy this path. Copy this path. Copy this path. Go to here and paste it. Slash movie.txt. Change this. Now after loading the data, loading this data to the to Spark cluster, what do we have to do? We have to process it. We are loaded the data. Now what we can do? Think that solution. How we can solve this problem? So we have to find how many movies are there with 5 star. Like we have to find the count of the movie with 5 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So if I find the count of records with 5, so if I try to find the count of 5, how many times 5 is present in this file, in this row, okay, in this column, how many times 5 is present in this column, then we can find the count of 5 star movie. Same thing we can do with 3, with 4. We have to find how many times 4 is present in this column. To do this, we need only one column, okay, only one column. So we'll we'll traverse will the traverse every record, okay, we'll traverse this column. So we'll go by each row and assign one, okay. So we are saying that we will do 5 comma 1, 4 comma 1, 2 comma 1, because then we'll add those values. So what I'm trying to say, let me do the coding, then I will explain this what I'm trying to say. So I can use map function here. So because I want to iterate every string, okay, here we have the string of the list, okay, inside a string, inside a list we have a string, okay. So we want to traverse every string and split it, okay, and then we'll assign one. So what I'm trying to say, add2 comma equal to add1. So in add1 we have a string, okay, every record will be a string format here. Every record will be string format within a list. So if you are not understanding this, check my previous video. I already explained this thing in my previous video in the another problem statement. So add1 dot map, writing lambda function here, lambda a variable, we are assigning some variable, record, writing some record equal to a semicolon. We are splitting the data. We have to split the data because we want only this column, okay, only this third column, movie rating. We like in our code we want to use only this column. This is unnecessary for me. This movie id, this customer id, movie id times to unnecessary for my solution. So I want only this column, and to get this column we have to, like, uh, they're in a string form, we have to split it. So and that separator here is tab, okay, you can see the tab is there between this. So you have to split using tab. You have to split this data, this string, using tab. So that's why what we'll do, we'll we'll do like this, where we will create the tuple, okay. Let me do it. Record dot split, we're splitting the data, we're splitting the data slash t, we're splitting the data here, and then comma 1. So what we are doing, no, we are splitting the data. When you are splitting the data, it is getting a list of a string. From that list of a string, we want only movie rating column. So movie rating column will be 0, 1, 2. So at the index of 2. So we want to only want column with index 2. Okay. So we are getting, from here we are getting that rating, movie rating column value. And here we want to say one thing, with this, where here we are getting this movie rating column, then here and put a comma and assign one. So for every value we are assigning one, okay. So we are getting like this. We're getting like this. We're getting like this. If I give you some example here, so it will create like this. 5 for 5 rating, it will be 5 comma 1. For 4 rating, it will be 4 comma 1. Okay. For 6 for 2 rating, it will be 4 comma. For every rating, we are assigning 1 because we want to find count. How we can find count? If we add some value, then we can find count. We want to count how many times 5 is present in my column. To do this, we are assigning 1 to every 5, and then we'll add value of 5, and that will be the output. Okay, it will be we are doing like this, 2 comma 5 comma 1. So now we can add from by using reduce by key. So our dd2 is holding data like this, 5 comma 1 4 comma 1 to 4 star comma 1 means there is a in that column 4 star present in 1 times. Here also see there is a 2 5. Here 5 star present only 1 times there. So assigning 1 again. 5 is there and we are assigning 1. So how many times 5 is present in this list? 2 times. How we can do this? Using reduce by key. So let me use the reduce by key. Result equal to dd2 dot reduce by key lambda, here lambda a comma b. A comma b is two variable here. Do value, key value. Okay, and you want to add this thing a plus b. Adding this value, it means we are getting value like this, 5 comma 2, 5 comma 2, 4 comma 1, something like this we are getting. Okay, at the result. Now I can directly write action here, collect. Then what you can do, you can traverse this result for output in result print output. Okay, now to see the DAC we can use this stdin dot readline that we can do it. Also we can set some logger here, sc set log level. We can see we can set to error. Okay, if something is getting error, then it will show log, otherwise it will not. So if you don't not able to understand what is this, you just check my previous video. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are only new thing, we are splitting the record using tab. Okay, because in the data we are separating two columns using tab. Okay, that's why we are doing separation using tab. Then we are accessing that only that column, only rating column, and we are trying to create a pair for every data, for every value, rating value. We are assigning some one. Okay, 1 here, 5 comma 1, 4 comma 1, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1, and then at the end we are trying to do reduce by key for every. We are trying to add value of 5, like we are taking 5 as a key and then adding all values of 5. Okay, what we are assigned previously. Okay, because we have created 5 like 5 comma 1, 4 comma 1 pair, and then we are trying to adding it. Now if I execute this code, it will give error, it will give my output. Let me execute. So now here we are like let it execute. So there is another way to do this code, okay, because here we are using map and reduce by key, okay, and these two things are transformation, okay, and as a result they are giving RDT. If you can observe here, so this reduce by key, okay, what is the error? Let me check. Partition log level. Okay, input for this doesn't exist. Okay, dataset movie.txt. Let me check. MOVIE. What is the error here? Okay, okay, I got it. What is the issue? That I giving the wrong. I'm giving wrong path of that file name. Okay, let me erase this and save it. Then close this and rename this movie. Now if I execute this file, it will work because that time the file name was wrong. Run this job. So if you see this reduce by key and map giving me as a giving me output as a RDT, okay, because this is our transformation. And there's another way, there's another function called count by value. So if you're using count by value, we don't have to use map and this reduce by key. What this map and reduce by key is doing, count by value can directly do it. I also show that part. So see, now with 4 rating, we have this many movies. With 1 rating, with this many movies. With 5 rating, we have this many movies. Okay. Now you got the answer. Okay. So we are finding the how many movies are present with the, 4 rating, 1 rating, 5 rating, 2 rating, and 3 rating. Now there is another way to do it. Okay. Let me do it. So I will show this. So there is a see. There is a count by value function is there. Insert this Pyspark RDT. So return the count of each unique value in the RDT. Okay. So let's see the example. So it is parallelizing this data and count by value and dot items. What is giving the answer? It is giving the answer like how many times key is one is present in this list. See, 2 times here and here. That's it returning 2. Same for 2. How many times 2 is present in this list? 3 times. So it is giving me direct answer. Okay. This is the action. Okay. So if you feel that count by value is the last thing you are doing and there are no more operation, after that then it's okay to use count by value. Okay. So if you know that your code flow, like after this count by value, we are not doing any transformation, then it's okay to use this count by value. Okay. If there is something after, if you're writing some other code, okay, if you're writing some other transformation after this count by value, it will not work because count by value is not giving us RDT. Count by value is giving a local variable. I hope you understand, you are getting this. Count by value is a action, so it is giving me a local variable. Always you should remember, we should use action at the end of the code. Okay. So if there is nothing to do after using count by value, then we can use it. So there's another way to do it in our code. So how we can do this? So only we can do this. We have to just use count by value, nothing else. Nothing else. We can comment this thing. We can comment this thing. We don't have to do these things. Okay. If we are using inbuilt count by value, then we don't have to do these things. So result equal to, we just have to write result equal to result to rdd1 dot d1 dot count by value. So what it will do, it will find the occurrence of every ratings. Okay, it will find the definition of this thing, return the count of each unique values in the RDT as a dictionary. Okay, if I do this and if I try to run this, stop and rerun, I hope we will go to the output. We're getting some. Okay, now just items dot. Okay. Here we get a wrong answer because we are using this count by value on top of this RDT. Okay, but we want only that rating. We are only want we want only this rating column. So we have to use this thing. RDT2 we have to use this thing. We are splitting the data, but we don't have to. We don't have to use this thing. We don't have to assign one. Okay, just we can do this. Just we can split the data, and just we have to split the string and take that column 543, just that rating column. Then on top of that RDT2 we can apply our count by value. Then it will only give us, then it will give me only one column and it will give us proper output. Let's save it and run it. Okay, so what we are doing, we are doing only splitting the data and we are taking only rating column, and after we are getting the rating column inside the list, and then we are trying to count that value. Okay, wait for output. It should work. Count by value is a action. Remember this. We should be cautious when we are using count by value. If there is a no operation after count by value, then we can use count by value. If there is a more operation after count by value, so if in your code, if I doing some operation after count by value, we should not do it because count by value is a action. Okay, so it is giving me like this because this is returning, this count by value is returning dictionary. So to print this out, we have to access dictionary like this. This is the dictionary dot result dot items. Then we are giving rating, and then we can say rating and occurrence, rating and count. Simple as that. Okay. Now if I print this thing, I have to run. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Rating. Save it. Sorry for silly mistake, but sometimes it's happen. See, now we are getting rating and the count of that rating. How many times the movie with 5 star is present? So there is a 20,000 plus movie is there with 5 star rating. So that's how we can do it. So one thing you should remember, we can do it using this thing, like using map and then reduce by key. And if you know that this is the count by value is my last operation in my code, then we can use count by then you can use count by value. Otherwise we have to use this one, because this is the transformation. So reduce by key is a transformation, it will return RDT. And but count by value is a action, it is written local variable. So we should not use when there is a there are other operation after this line. Okay, in this case we have only this count by value. We are using count by value because there is a no other transformation after this. That's why. Okay, that's it in this video. I hope you able to understand what I am trying to explain, and you can go through this documentation. There is a multiple exam you can go through and you can check out. Thanks for watching this video. See you in next video.